chingiana indo mwancho mulirerwe getaseni kia Ndizi TV na bwo bwansu wo Gusii karongo ye na nogendrete kwego kya kubwatie mirobero yonsi ye getaseni kiga cyaragire chinse satekero na nende do kwarigania SMS amaya eri onkumanyura naraya na kwariganire asenchira ere yobekiranu litangan ke yimati ataranyore gatiari kwariganirete asenchira yobwenye Tiga gototumeka korama bana siasa bana boda boda korwase kaunti ya Kisii bakanire.
Nobody will be exempted from paying tax in this country. And if you want to be exempted from paying tax, you buy an advert in the newspaper and apply to the people of Kenya.
Omokonyi bwo murai wenseri gathigashawo goteba kiro monto goikaka ne bango wanchereria gotaiyo.
We would like to call upon the former Prime Minister to cease with his political rallies and any plans that might be there for demonstration.
Ekeumbe kia NCIC kogani omuraibe kia makia ODM Raila Odinga gotiga mangana yo goturubania Bakenya. Mancho murigereria yo manayanda mankengo kwariganira ngumanya senchira ere yobwekiranu asengo kumanyura nabo kwendera otonyora sesemere ya Facebook Ndizi TV News Digital asensemo ya YouTube Ndizi TV News nabogo twitwetera @Ndizi TV News boigo ase website yeto otonyora wetera www.ndizitv.or.ke eri otogendere gusanga mankireteriane Evalino Sero kabana inche goika omwerio okwariganto chake korwase county ya Kisii awase abalimu batano na babere korwase skuru ya Itumbe DOK iyo gotoka chinsemo chiogembo ebunge yabo machoge chache county ya Kisii baikiwa ase kigambiro kia ugembo ase keria ba video yao yabo yaberege kuranda ase mitandao kubwatkana nege kore ikyo barenge goseka abana baye gokora getari kironge osyo bwe kigambiro nigononya nabo abasoeri berichiko baba gosaba abakagerwa abo babakwewa chingaki eriobo obotukibo isaine gokorwa igentononya nabo yatuguterware awase bagenderete gotigara ase getaseni kia nyangusu chingaki ekina kiabo kerachi gotegererwa aburitkoria ankyo.
Detained at Nyangusu police station for 14 days. That is to enable the investigators be able to conclude investigations, record witness statements, and further because the suspects herein were arrested yesterday, their mobile phones were confiscated to enable the investigators subject the said mobile phones to the cybercrime unit for analysis. I wish to add that the respondents in this matter are people who have authority over these children. They are teachers.
Time may not allow me to do it now. I'm allowed to retreat to my chamber and write a ruling. I will order that the 7 accused persons who are before the court will be remanded in custody. You come for the ruling at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, ruling at 9 a.m. on the 3rd of February 2023.
Abare mibecha ekorwa se factory ya kebirigo yotoka sebunge ya West Mugrango imeye county ya Nyamira nigo barure birengerero byabo kubwatkana nemin enusu bonus icho chire chibesa chae kubwatkana na keria bagoteba na chibesa icho nigo chibwenta commentwa erio chibakonye ase obugima bwabo aya niga kwanwa chinga baba kumerana no munyakirogo we factory yo Nelson Onduko na tokumanyiwa no murikyo ito korwa se county ya Nyamira Job Monkey.
tadia chinusu ngitokore
embeo igoro yo wakanwa enus bonus nigo yaretire liberera linene ase sector yendemero yechae ase zone 10 ime county ya Nyamira.
N'abantu bande bayirire libagerio lyo gutangasa na gutara bakwerengani bugikoyo east bari bakorire gasingi yabagokana kibese kire igoro
ntoira egechambokero gotarera egati abalimi elinde ko igwa okogani kwabo igoro yenganeye
anusu mwaka mora abanene mbato yesu nete merenke esenge njongo sangira ndo bwate chikiro kire igoro nabando bwate chikiro kirenze abe chikiro kinene bagutungusa kurwa saba keguchia saba nene eyetanya kane
agachwe mwako mugima kayego chakwanda omurimi agendo kiae nere konyere nabwata abana akore mtubyae
nigo bagoteba nigo baganitie bonus asoboikeranu asengencho nero erabege kubakonya
kibese kibana tokaegwa kigo chago iko mwakoria ekara kigo chakona chwa ntona chwa bonus kiritoire nuso mwaka tona chwa obwoyo irenga kigo tigara togosomeria abana onyendiri balenge goteba balenge gwanja ngikigwenta koba abalenge rori kirusyo mutienyo saba bachira ni sikialenge kimayo kikokonya abantu
ensemo yaye omunyakerogo we factory ya Kebirigo Nelson Onduko nasaba balimi gotabwatia embeyu ya nusu bonus na gotene nabokongu asateba bonus asoboikeranu nero erabege kubakonya
tobe factory kyonsi kya zone 10 bejikire Kebirigo Sanganyi Yanchole Tombe Nyansiongo na Nyankoba intwe ababoletie ekerenga kiya renge okuboria balimi baito bagakana matagete nusu mwaka ntogenda tekorosie chaengi ya toni tobe bonus yegwererete nigo mangana iyo embe yitige manyunga na embe ekogusikuna abantu ole gwate birengeri yibibe asabalemi
nigo ekageire bunaba director abakoro n'abantu babwate amaremo amanene nabo bagenderete gosegeta abalemi igoro yenganeye
kobwa mono abadirector bali abakoro abandi mbaro bachete bagakira nande mbaro bataisa negeti bamanya gutimu n'abantu bande nabanya gutangasa bunchira gwetanga ngabadagete nusu mwaka abandi bakwire chaye mangirito bono tuyeboli naki mangirite bono bakwire chaye factories kogenda bale boyi nusu mwaka korwo
abarayi b'eki factory mbasobwa kubwaterana elinde kugendereria obolemi bw'echaye
aba director batige bitine tundu factory bamanya ngebesa ne yo mulimi oyo chandege tokori mugondo
naba director bali abakoro barugeti batigerera abanya bakore gasi
egati abalemi twabatogosanga nabwo mbasaba barayi bakisiasa korosia amachiko arachigokonya omoremi
bono gosaba abantu baito naje abampi ndo bataba mpi baito bagusi ndo bate seneta jetu cha Gusii rumende bunjira Gusii echiemsi enchiro na pamoja na ashigavana mara kwanja mutulieri bia muchunguse mono na nemwetia machiko ara tofeba somulemi atokonya toera tonyole ntonya nyasu ne tonya nyasu
kurwa se county ya Nyamira ginko reporter ya Ndizi TV Job Maangi
Mbia mono muriketo Job Manki ase oroboti ururikiranu abamenyi bekenyoro kya matongo iyo gotoka ase bunge Nyaribari chache nigo baborire oboteneniri bwe serikali ye county ya Kisii kwene kya bunankurenda bure chinsoko kya mache ase nsemeyo yani gachire magega yensoko ya mache ya Mwasagero gusarika ase omwemsebwe wodi ya Kiogoro Walter Muchache esokire na otana na chikoligereria ngane yo na ko anko ya okorosi wa wensoke yo muriketo Josephat Noroboti urwaso wimi
ensoko ya mache ya Mwasagero iyegotoka ase kenyoro kya matongo nigo yabeire yengencho enene ase miaka ya nyareko bagigweta wikira obwango iga ya nyareko bagigusarika nabo igo ebitacho byare ngoro bikabonekana na wikira boniganigo abantu bakonyarako bakobucha amache wetera ase bisanda
tubuna na cyana bana nyori gitachikigo cha mache amaya togo cha twabucha bwango twati osanja chinde chionsi oko bucha macha marabu bwango ono kurugia sarike to chande kitera mache iga no chimbwato omwana engocha nere rochi kitambo mbuche ga ali bone engocha na bucha ya gweta na roto hite tokonye ngumwe mse ake amache twachande kiribo
nvete ketachike kiaberike kurubuna tuwa kinete na bokera ya ikirete akara mbule gotu nyinge goko nyoranga amacha aguchura paka etaiguru wono me pia kara macha ya chita ndiye mbura muna konye gutu nyinge mekokeli agasoka ara mange paka akabitirya gento kelike kagwe side yemu wona kerakia gumbata kagocha kubuja macha atari kunyara kubuja
abamenyi abo nigo bono baboririe obuteneri bwe county ya Kisii anene omwamusie we ward ya Kiogoro Walter Muchache anyara ko bagagwesokia sobwango elinde abwate sia bamenyi abo anyara ko bakwaga chensoke yo anyara ko bagekoena na amache ayara marabu anyara ko bagakonya abamenyi be ensemeyo
nere kunywa amache nere kogera amache asira urochi rwatahukire igotokora bobe bangine bakobereka bakabano chiroja abaze kubucha amache gontu kwanja korengane kirocho saligete ekamune naro rirarigo
ndo tware go sabaga kyo nyendi umusimi gwitu asenjote bire na tyarore no ebe sanjira soka ari wanja tokonye egera banda marwire tatubuka kurti na beko nyareka no montachi che gusina abana watoma baro bache bagucha amacha yagitera baire ko montanyo na mipyo mondo sibiri cyanga kurogora amacha ara machafu na bakonyoro bururu bwachakire nyorenga kipindupindu yachakire yagwatira bande kenyoro
ekero getaseni kyandizi TV kanyara roboti oruo niyo geikera omwemsi uyu Walter Muchache uyinyara kwa kwena na chira chioko kingen soko eyo ninyara kwa bekorosi wa sobwango na boigo chisoko chinde anene chire ase wodi ya Kiogoro
tubaitu amachi buna bana murocho murakaro kabire amachi na yamana sobuma bwitu nandi tutara kwana regoro yebisima ntubante kora protect gento ikoro kuchinsoko chitu unabona nsoko aliyo sagero mata matongo otoko basaba uriyo smeke metebaka rochia sensokere okonya abantu abange arusiyo asobororo egere tubange amana abanyakenyoro tubwaterane na banyebesa nchira rukuwe county cyo gukora magendro tolenga kitura abarerere nsokeria ebebuya ekonya abantu baitu ekogera amachi na gento kiamana
bona amacha ya tosalekeire bona botokumeti nande twagokire kero mugambi ito umwe musie witakire gotoroserio roche kiagera amacha akobujine bikebe twachandekire akimbia monna tumusabere nyasama konye nande agendera komumenta matuka mangi
omwemsi uyu Walter Muchache nigaboririe abamenyi be wodi ya Kiogoro banyara ko bagotigana na gusimeka emete anene angene chinsoko echo chire ase wodi yo
ande tutagetuko chigosio emelinga mwena chu elirange na roche egere amachari atoka mange akonya abantu baitu igo toche tubwaterane anje ninche ntara round ndigire chinsoko echitu egere ensoko bune yariyo sagero abantu abange bategemete bakurusia amachoro tonye barerere tonyerosie ebe burunge abantu baitu baendere kunywa
kuripoteri gataseni Kyandizi TV kurwa ase kenyoro kia matongo ekikere ime constituency nyalibali chache imeye county ya Kisii eliterane Josephat Hamisi
Miyamano murikeito Josephat Hamisi ase oroboti ururikiranu aba orokia kurwa ase chiskuru ao imeye county ya Kisii nigo bagendrete kuboria serikali kobekemero bere isaine yogosira umuroberio o CBC okwana negetaseni Kyandizi TV nige gati aboroki abo babeire bakoene kiabu na barabonigo beroberete boikiranu anene aso umuroberio junior secondary school murikeito dipo nasanya noroboti urwaso bwagare
Ekerere weekend tangani yo kwelike kwa bana ba junior secondary ntonyara gutarira chisukuru ao imeye county ya Kisii ase Hurricane Academy yale yemo yabo asokorora okwiroberia kwabo
ntobugate ase baguchiesera aso ku implement CBC yiga yachire ase okobana ta holistically yani bakine chinsemo chonsi kuya all round.
I also thank the Ministry of Education for identifying us as a potential center, and they gave us that is grade 7 junior secondary class, of which as per now we have admitted close to 45 students who are commencing studies on Monday.
Okay, aso mwibuli ulisikali uragani kole tu mwana se skuru ya Hurricane na aligani libuya mono sana asinge nchonto bwatekere kemo kelikiganeirie ase amasomo y'abana bayiga asoboikeranu
abalimu ba junior secondary mbate bangamba iroberetie boikeranu gokonya abana ase baru okubulia gukubwaterana na baiboli amone serikali koenekia okogendereriwa okuya kumurobiro wechisemi o competence based curriculum CBC.
Nchenda sababa ibori andake kerobate bigu ba support abana babo in terms of infrastructure, that is wasene bitabu school ya provide umwana neraga neiro moibori amukonye ne bitabu andake akorera ne bano muwakinka chikaramu amangana ya modeling abaibori mbabana tabatu support so that twanyora equipments chisaine abana batumia none keroba iruchi assignments inka ne skuru gaiga ngo provide tore chisaine nchengo sabe serikali yetu ya Kenya wanyege konyara ko koreta mo ekore more research on CBC eto improve very mono erinde kego tobori ntubuna abalimu ntu we are ready to do it.
Bamentera gwaka ngambia mono ase serikali ko baegena na ko bali bagali abana ba junior secondary ase bayo akereko kumurobiri OCBC oche gokonya abana goikeria amagani abo yechisemi.
CBC obuya bwaye eremo based on real life activities. Wano mwana toteonye abana taribonsi babato bongo bori bore very sharp as a class in. Lakini nabakonyora ngo mwana unabate talent andake nebana se games. Wano CBC gatoteya una PhD eyure physical education. Omwana nabakonyora e talent eri ya abeire na chad. Omwana ogendera ne talent eri na nabe kumuikyara.
At the same time, I want to assure abaiboli bonsi bali batoligereti bali baligereti TV and DCTV teteko bakishiranga asimu aletera abana bari na Ensakia. Your expectations are going to be met, and we want to assure you that the services that we are going to render, they are going to be that amount and they are going to be satisfactory.
Imeyo mwako yo mutangani o junior secondary abaiboli amona bali mumba bwatoko semelio konene kuchia sabana babo ku report ya Ndizi TV ku rwansemo ya nyatieko imeye bunge ya kitutu cha South amalieta ndipon asanya
Mbia mono Dipon asanya ase orvoti orurukiranu abarunde bechipigipigi korwa somo cyobosongo ningo bagenderete kwemurunganirya gutume kwa bobene gati yabarai ase ubusegeta chiburaburu anena sokorama abana siasa cinga kechboigo niga bana boda boda bo baborire bali abakorta chingwa na chimbe anena gochase obokoreri we serikali ya county ya Kisii gotigari morioka na komwaisko mugavana we county ya Kisii Paul Simbarati.
Asa maleta ngoro kwa Johnson Makori no moruja boda boda somo chito bosongo ege ndogere ke tutande sana somo chito bosongo anale pogoli baba na boda boda bonsi kwa chumo ngige ko vera omonda ko from no we somo ndori gosina orwembera ime ojo chibo tumeka bana boda boda ngige ko vera omonda ko tumeka bana boda boda korama bana siasa yani ndu boda boda na ngire chiri pastor omondo ko beka watigaga butwage mwado tumeka arafu after mwado tumekire mwado mwage roje banja na bana mnayi boda boda tokale kwa kubonyira ngatongo yani ngandu none family ndokwa jira bantu tokwe bange trani tuwe choge ndonga ota ire mama yo mukanaro yedi kwa magabana ora mama anada kuna roga bana komro bebe no dali ko kuja bana ona to kumetia kra ko mwana boda boda wata kuendana na makono rama gapa yo kuta to monte vire roiga ebe dio moelio kueto para magapa na meri kono se suru ko ile bana boda boda ko kurienda na to para magapa na muro yo junda wa mukandiri na de gaji aske gapa atali ko igwa
Omokonyi bo murai wenserga digashawa ni gaganirie esko ya bene kohenekiwa ase abarai bonsi okwana somusangrekano bw'abachumbe gokwarira igoro ya siasa gose obochore boke imeye county ya Mombasa gashawa ni gobo igo atebo na bakenya bonsi nigo bwenete wakana ebango na nigo baguchya kohenekya bune serikali agwanchereria kunde tikoyo aso wakane bango.
We want to ask the Senate to back the president and the executive in ensuring that everybody must pay tax. It doesn't matter who you are. We are going to develop this country with our own resources because we have stopped borrowing. Because we are saying, if you are in a hole, don't continue digging. First stop digging and figure out how to get out of the hole. And one of the ways of getting out of the hole is collecting tax from everybody. It doesn't matter how far back it goes. And also stopping exemptions. Nobody will be exempted from paying tax in this country, where the two houses are not antagonistic. And that must start with the President and I by respecting the Senate, so that our leaders in the National Assembly can follow suit. You know when the leader shows Madarau, the junior people just follow suit. All these county commissioners who are disrespecting elected leaders, it is because that disrespect was being shown openly. Leaders were making abusive remarks about elected leaders in the presence of the civil servants. So they knew that is the official policy. Ourselves, we have told them, in private and in public, any elected leader, it doesn't matter from what formation, must be accorded due respect.
Gukwana baigo ase umusangirikano yo oikaritko rya moerio rero nigo mawaziri wa mangana y'ichinse Chesco Dr. Alfred Mutua nere baigo abakagukwanira igoro y'abakori emeremo bense ya Kenya ase chinse Chesco na mono emechanderia bawetera asaineke muna babekire mirobereseine yogo chego kora chingwana chyokoiwana ne chinse cyo erio abakenya bakogenda chinse Chesco babe bagokora emeremo eria basomerete baigo niga inekia buna babekire miroberio yoko kia aba waziri gose aba chumbe bonsi banyore chivisa asenchira yobororo ekerabaganitiko genda ase chinse Chesco.
We are dealing with issues, and you've heard all these issues of Kenyans so far being told that they are suffering overseas. They need to come here. One of the first things I did after being appointed was to go to Saudi Arabia and to visit some of these countries and see how Kenyans are living and whether they are suffering. And I was a bit shocked because I found out that yes, some Kenyans are suffering, but there's a large number of Kenyans who are not suffering. And we realize the difference is this. Kenyans who go to these countries to do professional work earn much more money, and they are not in that cadre you're calling domestic workers, which is the one that has a challenge. So we are talking to these countries so that we can have more people from Kenya going to do more professional jobs than going to be maids, because we have qualified people who can be able to do that work. So that if you have any issue, umenyimwa visa, kuna visa imedelay, you are going to go somewhere, Mheshimiwa Abdi will be able to sort you out. So that now Parliament has somebody in Ministry of Foreign Affairs who will be able to take care of your interest day in, day out. And you'll be able to, through the office of the clerk, you'll be able to get his contacts and you can be able to deal with him.
Ababwatani koruase chinse chiria se omobwa igari nigo baenekiro chikobwatrana ne chinse chionsi erio ko kwanera gose kurigereria mangana yo bosaria yo aberega kwenekiwa ase chinse au na korigia chinchera chiogokora amangana yaiga.
Specifically, IGAD appeals to increase regional and continental and international support for AU transition mission in Somalia, ATMIS, which working together with the Somalia Security Force are positioned to have more lasting and effective remedy to the problem of terrorism in Somalia, with the strong emphasis of protection of civilians.
Ekeombe kia National Cohesion and Integration Commission NCIC nigo kia mugandidie omuraibe kia makia ODM Raila Amolo Odinga gotenenia emerobere ya yogokora amandamano imense ya Kenya yokwamireria amachibu yobochorio bonene bwo mwaka w'2022 gokwana chinga kiecho bakorawa nomo nyakerogo bwekiombe kio Dr. Samuel Kobia nigo batebire na eyo nigera chiekorwari bagari ororo asamagendro na boigo uchumi gokorekana imense ya Kenya na nene omorembe kwenekiwa ase gatia ba Kenya.
We would like to call upon the former Prime Minister to cease with his political rallies and any plans that might be there for demonstrations, because Kenya cannot afford that when we are living in such hard times, economically speaking. And the Kenyans have said, according to the reports that we have and the evaluation, that they wanted to really be left alone to continue with their lives because they did their part. They voted.
Serikali wetrase wizara y'obucheru nigegendrete kwenekia buna nkubekere mirubire isaine eryogokinya sekta y'obuchenu gokwana ime y'omucho Nairobi homo waziri w'obuchenu Susan Nakuminja nigateba buna amaunchuriro nigarachi gokorekana anene ase ogwakana chibesa chia nyagetari eryo kororoberia abakenya aimo gusekuba ororoberia muroberi obogwakana chibesa nigo boigo basegetira abantu kwenekia buna nkonyora bare obowenya ekero batwari amaroire yechingencho au asichinyagetari chire angena sebare.
That currently NHIF is already running some schemes that takes care of different cohorts of people. We have the one for HISP, for elderly, for orphan children. We have Linda Mama. We have Edu Afia. So what we are going to do with the National Social Health Insurance Fund, we want to bring these funds together, that we shall no longer have them in silos, that when we take all those schemes and put together, we do a fundraising that gives us almost 12.6 billion. This 12.6 billion, we are now doing the math and see how much more should the government add so that each and every Kenyan can be able to access healthcare down there. We have done a costing. We have been ripped off by the cost of commodities and many other things and diagnostics and all that. So we have done a costing where we know with this fundraising where we have put together these funds at 12.6 billion, and we want to look for funds from elsewhere like the tobacco fund, the sports fund, you know, the money that comes from betting, a fraction of it, from tobacco, a fraction of it, we put them together. And this now forms the basis of National Social Health Insurance Fund. You and I can afford healthcare. When our people are sick, it is you and I who are in WhatsApp groups. What about we do one major... Abanyene
emembogani na boigo chinyumba chyo kwego kiane ne kurasa rogongo rwa Mount Kenya ni gobarro kanire gutaiteberana nerichiko rya serikali ryogoke ya okwena na chi license ase abanyene emembogani na boigo chinyumba chyo kwego kya ukwana nabali kya mangana ni gobatere bune una omugetambukire kyo ni gokerachi ko bali nali bagaria meremo anene yabasaye na boiga bange babo ni go barachi gosiria emirimo yabo igento babo rya serikali kwenekya una ngoro biere amachiko ase
the stakeholders. I can tell you, ile kitu inakunywa Mount Kenya, one bottle of it is costing 90 shillings. But the manufacturing of that bottle is 67 shillings. Ile kitu iko ndani is costing 20 shillings. Surely, do you want to tell me these people who are manufacturing this alcohol, whatever they are calling it, are not known by the government? Let us not sacrifice bar and restaurants. Let us not sacrifice people who have established their businesses.
Kenya nzima tuna wanachama 54,000. So ni kumaanisha kwamba in Central Province tutapunguza wanachama wetu by 17,500. Na hiyo ina translate kwa kupunguza wafanyikazi 500, 560,000. Hao ndio wafanyikazi ambao tutaondoa, na hao ni direct employees. Na pia in the value chain tutapunguza distributors 1167, that is 1167, na pia wale ambao tutaondoa kwa industry in the name of wakulima. Na ni kwamba ni vizuri mnafahamu mjue majority ya raw materials ambazo tuna
Serikali ye kaunti ya Nandi nigo yabwatiranire nense y'Abongereza bunenchire yemo yogokinya magenderero ase ensemeyo ukwana chingakie cy'umu ambassador bwense y'Abongereza imense ya Kenya Jane Marriott nigateba buna nigo barengete go ikera chinsemo cyonsi eriyo kwene kyango bwatirana bari nabarayi gokinya magenderero nawe kwene kinse ya Kenya yaberege gosuka mutwe.
To visit a Kenyan company who does tea, one of the big Kenyan companies here, and I'm delighted to see that the relationship between the counties, the national government and the tea companies, not that many of whom are British anymore actually, most of them are Kenyan, continues to improve and that we are finding a way forward. I hope we'll also find a way forward on the Karibe gold mine soon. The security and stability of the region and the people is very important to us.
In the last 3 or so months, we have had very fruitful engagement around the cess issue, and we have sorted it out, and within the next 1 month, we will have the cess collection and the repair of our roads, application of the cess to the repair of our roads has been concluded, and that is courtesy of the efforts that we have put into ensuring that we have good working relations with our multinationals and our development partners around that space.
Na kubatkana no muchando bumurakera huyogendrete kwenekiwa ase chinsemo ao kwirira muchando bwenchara nigobone serikali ye county ya Machakos yachakira umurobero bokwena na endagera ase chisukuru kubwatkana no muchando yo ukwana chinga kyecho nigo mugavana bwe county ya Machakos wa Vinyandeti aine kyabuna endagere yo nigo barachikwena na ase ange chisukuru chonsi ase county yo rachikokonya kero mwana nene bali bagendrete wakwa no muchando bwenchara.
Ladies and gentlemen, the prevailing situation of food and water shortage occasioned by prolonged drought and failed rains has aggravated the feeding crisis in our learning institution, leading to dropouts and poor academic performance. Today, we are distributing foodstuff to support school feeding programs with the aim of keeping children in classrooms in the wake of these challenges among the majority of our households, and even as we mount efforts to provide long-term solutions for food security.
Hoikiraga igabano manchi umurigeri nongo korera amayaye chinsesato asenchera ere yo wikirano ekarongo wakirangambia mono aso konyora chinga kiao eriyo kobwatemero beru yegetaseni kya Ndizi TV nabwo obwansu bomugsi nyora nabakondra gotonyora sensemere ya Facebook wetra Ndizi TV News Digital asensemo ya YouTube otonyora wetra Ndizi TV News nabo tweet boiga sensemere ya Twitter wetra Ndizi TV News boiga se website ito otonyora wetra www.ndizitv.or.ke rio togendre gusanga amange bali bonsto batoko bwatirana ko enekya mangana wikira senchira yo wikiranu nigonko bakiranga mbya mono ekero twa bwatirana nere Petronila Mukeira ko rwasensemeria yechibichanerio giko enekya cha wikira senchira ya bene nere nigonko mwakiranga mbya mono nanchiri etariane Evalino Sero ekerango kuganeria obuligereri boro byasemero bero yonse nabayigo batkobora botoyera ruko ikarit koria angyo.